Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TweeTV Playcast. Now, today, we're going to be looking at Zeus. And I know that yesterday, maybe I said some pretty cruel, maybe unnecessary things about Zeus. I was comparing his gameplay to, people pissing on each other. But that was yesterday, when he was a skarner top merchant who rushed Warmogs first. But today, ladies and gentlemen, today he's a reforged man. Not only did he not immediately leave his chair in the first 10 seconds of stream, he started his stream by queuing up for ranked and then locking in a character that isn't skarner. Like, this is a massive deal. Now, the little creature he did pick, it isn't much better. It's not much better than skarner. I don't want to get your hopes up. But in honor of my goat escaping the clutches of skarner purgatory, I thought I'd do a little emergency VOD review of one of his games. So, without further ado, we have Zeus smurfing in low master playing the lightning rat Kennen against some poor Kale one trick. Alright, jumping onto the Rift. Now, there are a couple things that are a bit different about this one than the last one. The main one is that I don't play Kennen or Kale. So the intricacies of this matchup, they may escape me. So if that happens, my bad. But the other thing that's different is that Rank 1 CN is not editing this video for me. So we're not going to be able to skip, and I think this is a good thing. We're not going to be skipping large portions of the laning phase. We're not going to be skipping straight to solo kills, all this stuff. Instead, we're just going to be watching from day one exactly what goes down on this lane. Now, here's what you should expect. Zeus has started E. So he should be playing very aggressively, try to get this first strike proc before the Kale gets her auto attack or a Q off. He's going to be looking to establish lane priority. He's going to be looking to get that level 2 prior. So there we go. That's perfect. This is before the first strike nerfs, I guess, because he just got 15 from one auto. Which is interesting, because I guess the VOD was maybe only uploaded yesterday. Anyway, so what he's done is he's auto-attacking the minions as fast as he possibly can. He's trying to get as much damage on the minions as possible to seize level 2 priority, while making sure that every minion that Kale gets is not free. So if she ever last hits a minion, she's going to take damage for it. Look at that. This guy's spacing on range top is so good. So every time that Kale even walks up to think about getting a minion, she's getting a little shuriken to the noggin. It's kind of disgusting what this guy does. He's taking Q, instantly throws it, lands it. Has the E gives you auto attack speed increase and a move speed increase. Kale's just taken 3 auto attacks and a Q, and she's missed XP. I mean, this is Master Elo Korea. It's just that Zeus' spacing is on a completely another level. If you ever watch him play Twisted Fate in pro play, you can forget that he's actually disgustingly insane at range top. Anyway, he's going to crash this wave, and I wouldn't be shocked if he even goes for a dive. He's going to be level 3 to her level 1. That Q is disgusting. This guy's skill shots are insane. Oh my god. Wow. It's like he just robotically throws it out. It doesn't miss. I think it's something I'm watching in his POV. He's my age, by the way, this Zeus guy. It's a little sad. Anyway. He's hit level 3. He's playing the triple potion setup in Inspiration. Gets the E auto attack. 2 auto attacks and a W. You can see this guy is just so good at Kennen. My god, he makes it look too easy. Every time Kale oversteps, she's getting hit by an auto attack, she's getting hit by an E, she's getting hit by a Q. He just throws the auto attack, misses the Q. That's the first Q he's missed all game. Kale is level 3, she's feeling the heat, and this is how you play these ranged tops. He's just so much pressure coming through on the Kale. And it's not a matchup. She's been playing safe as well. He's been forcing the pressure. It's not like she has fucked up. It's that Zeus has been playing so aggressively. Look at that. He easy spaces the W perfectly. And I guess it's because he's an energy champ as well. So he's not scared about wasting the mana. And he just makes Kennen look so unbelievably powerful. Alright, so we saw Kale's reset. She's going to have to TP here. Zeus is deliberately not pushing this wave because there's 2 reasons. First of all, he wouldn't crash it in time. And the second reason is if he tried to push it, and Kale TPs, she's not going to miss anything. But now, by freezing the wave here, or not freezing the wave, slow pushing it a little bit, it's going to push back to him, and Kale's going to miss minions, even if she TPs. So she's already missed 3 melees. She's going to miss another melee and a range. She chose not to TP because Zeus didn't shove. But now it's just going to slow push back to her. I think there's nothing she can really do about it. It just depends on whether Zeus' wave is slightly too big to make up for the fact that it's closer towards Kale's tower. Q lands again. He's just robotic with these. And Kale's got to be feeling the heat already. I think she's got to be sensing that this is not a player that usually verse at the master level. It's just how aggressively he's positioning, how good his spacing is. And I was actually wrong. This wave is going to crash for Zeus. I don't think there's anything Kale can do here. Unless she starts randomly auto-attacking minions. She takes another 3 lightning stack trade. She's just going to get poked down here. There's absolutely no counterplay for her. I think even once she hits 6, it's going to be grim. Because the way it's looking is that Zeus' spacing is just so much better than hers. I think even when she has ranged auto-attacks, she's going to just be taking these shit trades. 19 CS to 34 already. Kale was forced. Was that a null magic mantle that I saw? Because that is insane. Now, of course, he started Doran's Blade, by the way. which means that Null Magic Mantle's not as good as a buy as it could be. He's tabbing too fast for me to properly see. She took first strike, apparently, and Zeus is commenting on that. Yeah, she's not going to be able to get that off all game. Level 6 to level 4 here. Has the Potion of Avarice, pops it. He might be looking for a tower dive here. Level 5 Kale, level 6 Kennen. She's half HP. If he lands another Q, does land another Q. He's robotic with those. He has R and Flash available. He has E and W. He's looking for it. Does he have the damage is the real question. Even 1-for-1 is worth, and he just obliterates her. The Maelstrom shreds her in two, and it's just a disgusting top diff so far. Look at the wave state. You gotta be so happy if you're Zeus in this situation. I don't know what Kale's even gonna do now. She did buy a Null Magic Mantle. That's crazy. So she buys a Null Magic Mantle and just gets tower dove anyway in that scenario. I was wondering why the ult didn't do as much damage as it. My god, Negatron Cloak is a insane buy. Is she going Wits End first or what? Wow, she is feeling the pressure. I mean, I think it's a very losing buy in these scenarios. It's a lot of the time it's like building Executioner's Culling, where it's like unless she's going Wits End first, which is kind of crazy in this game. Like you're playing against Jace, Rengar, Zeri, like on the other side of the map. But unless you're actually buying Wits End first, what she's just done is spent 900 gold to get a semi-powerful spike right now to stop her from losing in the next 5 minutes. Sorry, my stream lagged a little bit there. Stop her from losing in the next 5 minutes. But she's delayed her first item by so much, if she's going like Nash's Tooth or something like that, that eventually this Negatron Cloak purchase is going to come back to bite her. It's like buying an Executioner's Culling. Bramble Vest is acceptable, okay? Bramble Vest is slightly different because the spike is so large, and it's just a really nice 800 gold to have. But Executioner's Culling is 15 AD for 800 gold. And it's completely miserable. I think Executioner's Culling, complete bait buy. Drusu has some really good takes on it. He's a very, very good top laner. I think Rengar might be in a little bit of trouble here. Kale does have an ult available. Need to be a little bit more careful. Rengar tried the invade, tried the Krugs. Kale is guarding. Of course, still a mastery low lobby. Every time this first strike is up, he's looking to get that aggressive auto attack. Now, Kale does have a slightly larger auto attack range and is a little bit faster on the move speed, so he has to be careful. She's playing that fleet footwork setup as well. That Q through the... Okay, that's something you can take away in your own games. He auto attacks the cannon, last hits it, and then Qs through it. It's like the Lee Sins, the crazy Chinese Lee Sins who do the smite Q, or the Morganas who, take smite and support back when that used to be a thing. Anyway. We have 2 grubs here, so these tower plates are going to go down. It's going to be a complete shredding session. Our ult is back up. Kale has to be careful here. Q through the minions. He just weaves it so well. And that is one thing. I mean, Zeus' skill shots are... You can tell this guy is a pro player. I've been watching a lot of Xiao Meng recently, and it's insane. Like, Xiao Meng's an unbelievably good player. It's crazy just how much of a different level... He's a 2000 LP top laner, Xiao Meng. But it's crazy just how much of a different level Zeus is. And obviously, Xiao Meng doesn't play the champs with the same amount of skill expression and spacing and skill shots and stuff. Like Xiao Meng's skills in different areas. But I mean, just watching Zeus play, it's magical. Kiel again forced to reset. She's taking too many bad trades. Every single Q that Zeus throws lands. It feels like he must just be having an insane game. Like another Q lands. Like Kel's movement must be really bad as well. Again, I'm not good enough to be able to punish this myself. And that doesn't kill her because of the Negatron click. He has ult available, but Kale has ult as well. I think diving... Oh my gosh, the Kale pisses her pants. Ult's really early there. And our flash from Zeus to finish her off. And that's too much pressure again. That's what happens when you're pressuring these players so well. You're lining every single Q, every single W. Kale's forced into feeling the pressure, making that mistake where she ults early. And Zeus just capitalizes very cleanly, has R, has flash available, understands his limits, even pops his R before the Kale's R finishes because he knows that she is just royally fucked. There's absolutely nothing he can do. And this reset is complete BM. This is if you can get away with doing this in your games, there's nothing more tilting than being in base and watching your opponent get a tower plate and recall at the same time while having the wave shelved. Like that, it's just so miserable. He doesn't even care about the game. He's like talking to his friends, mate. You see that? He's leaning over. He might leave the chair in a second. That'd be characteristic Zeus move. He's like, alright, game's won. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Kale might catch up by then. Hextech Rocket Belt has been acquired. The wave is going to be shoved in by Kale here. I don't think she did it in time, though, so the wave state is going to be very favorable for Zeus. If she can't get this wave pushed in time, and she does not have enough damage, I think this wave is going to get frozen by Zeus. Kale has to get this wave in before he gets to lane. I think Zeus is ignoring the minimap right now. There is a skirmish going on in the jungle, and yeah, he was ignoring the minimap, but there's now 2 people behind him, which means he can't freeze this wave as much as he'd like to. We saw the Viego on the Gromp, so Viego Braum on the Gromp. Kale doesn't have ult, but they might try to 3-man dive him here. It is high-low Korea. I wouldn't be shocked. Kale might be pinging it off as well. If you see someone playing this well and your team's like, let's dive him, I'd be a little nervous if I'm Kale. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? He might outplay us. He might get a triple kill. We might lose the game on the spot. 92 CS at 10 minutes. Looking very good. buys a blue trinket. So another difference between Zeus and Xiao Meng. Xiao Meng, massive fan of sweepers. Zeus understands his role in the team, understands the blue trinket usage, just buys blue trinket almost every game. He's not looking for cheese plays with sweepers. He's not looking to get up behind vision. Even on Kennen, where your champ's all about setting up flanks, getting massive ults. He likes the blue trinket. Kael's overstepped here. As the R cooldown comes back, Kael's walking up the minions, and she's just gonna die. I think one more auto does it. There we go. Kael falls down. Again, more pressure. Kael feels like she's playing a scaling champ. We need to get ahead. But she oversteps on the minions. Zeus not going to let that slide. He's good enough to punish that every single time. He's going to hit you 10 out of 10 times with that Q. 10 out of 10 times he's going to follow it with the ult. And the W to finish off the stacks. Kael, 4 seconds on the respawn. Don't know if she has TP up. It's not even worth using on this wave. This is a complete clinic in the top lane. 105 CS at 10 minutes 50 seconds. It's exactly where you want to be. Now, what I'm interested is he's now unequivocally won this lane. This Kael is completely fucked for the rest of the game. There's nothing she can do. How do you now extend this lane lead into the rest of the map? Because top lane is a lane, it's very easy to just do nothing. Even if you're 3-1 in the lane, 3-0, even if you get first tower, it doesn't really matter. And she's just taking so much punishment here. Every single ability's landing from Zeus. If this tower falls, he's just going to dive her. Oh, the Jace QE. I didn't even see him on the minimap. What the hell? Jace roam from mid lane, QE's the Kael. She had ults available for sure there. And she's just so tilted. So one of the ways that Zeus often likes to impact the map after he's winning in top lane, I'm not sure if he's going to do it on Kennen, particularly against a 6-1 Viego. But one of the things you can do is just walk into enemies' red side jungle and start taking shit. And challenge Viego directly. Be like, hey bro, you want these Krugs? You're going to have to fucking fight me for it. Yeah, okay. He does actually go sweeper here. So that indicates to me that his plan here is to walk towards the enemy red side or enemy blue side and just start wreaking havoc and trying to catch Viego out. That shutdown's his. If this Viego dies, this game is super winnable. Okay, level 9 at 12 minutes, playing a solo lane character, is just getting obliterated. Void Grubs are going to go down towards the side of Zeus' team. And she is rushing Wit's End first. I think it's a big mistake. I think it's a lane salvaging item, but your lane's already over. I think only thing Kael can do in this game to come back is to just build as greedily as possible, try stay alive, try, I don't know, steal as much CS as you possibly can. But again, Zeus is so punishing. EW full one-shots the wave at this point. He has TP. He might be looking for a flank here. He has a TP ward to flank the bot lane. They have to be really careful. Zeus on the TP flank is a big deal with this Kennen ult, plus the Hextech Rocket Belt has flash available. Hui has managed to pull off the 1v2 outplay where that was too fast for me to even commentate. He's Rocket Bells. He's TPing in as well. He's just impacting mid and he's impacting bot at the same time here. He has EW Flash and R available. The Slicing Maelstrom comes out. Ashe's one shot. Braum is sliced in the lightning and it is over for the red side bot lane. And what we just witnessed is Zeus. He's gone from top. He's shoved the top wave and then he goes, all right, time to impact the map. And a lot of the time when I'm trying to impact the map, what it looks like is like, oh, I'm gonna take Krugs. You know what Zeus does? He fucking kills the mid laner, TP's bot and double kills bot without using flash. Like, what the fuck is this? I wish I could play like that, man. It's insane. I understand he's smurfing, but he's smurfing in High Masters Korea. High Masters Korea. Like, is it really smurfing at that point? These are some of the best players in the world. High Masters Korea in Oceania, that's like top 200 challenger minimum. Kael has managed to hit level 10 finally. Zeus here to catch the wave in time, and this is why you shove before you roam. Because Zeus maybe missed like 3 or 4 melee minions total there. Because he shoves, he gets so much time, he manages to roam mid and bot. Meanwhile, Kael's just farming, Zeus is farming champs, and he's barely missing any minions because he's able to shove the wave up so far. So oftentimes you're like thinking, hey, why do these pros like to prioritize getting their first tower? Why is Zeus just last hitting the tower? Why doesn't he want to keep extending the lane for as long as possible to make sure Kael falls behind? The reason is not because it makes Kael's game harder to play. Objectively, the hardest game for Kael to play is if Kennen keeps the tower alive and then just sits there and punishes her every time she walks off the CS. There's a game state where Kael has like 10 CS at this point, and Zeus is like 4 levels above her. But there's also a game state where Zeus does that, he keeps the tower alive, and then suddenly his mid lane's losing and his bot lane's losing, right? He's taking the Krog. I was talking about this earlier. Kael can't really do anything about this. Q lands again, has the W, has the ult available. Slicing Maelstrom comes out. Kael forced to ult. We have Q for afterwards, and he just snap pulls the trigger. Kael forced to flash. And he's not happy with that. He might be inting here. Oh, Zeus. Showing that characteristic. A little bit of aggression in him that he didn't need necessarily. Kael forced to flash an ult though, so he's got to be happy with that. I was going to say, yeah, the reason he takes the first tower in that scenario is just because he wants to get the pressure on the rest of the map. Even if it's not necessarily the most winning play in your lane. Your lane's already over here. Kind of greedy shoving this wave here. Although he's probably, you know, more prescient on the map than I am. We do see the red buff up. We do see the Raptors up. So it's likely that Viego is clearing his bot side right now. Going towards the Rabadons for the next item here. Now that Witsend's going to start helping Kale out in the 1v1, but I don't think the 1v1's what she cares about here. Her only hope is getting fed off the rest of the team. Zeri's 6-4, Jace is 2-1. Our Rengar's... Wait, was he 2-5? Again, this guy tabs too quick for me. Alright. Now, objective timers, he doesn't have Professor up, so I can't tell. But Drake is spawning in at least a minute. Kale, we see her pathing down towards the Drake side, so I think they might be trying to take this 5-on-4. They probably don't have Zeus TP timed, though, because it is back in 30 seconds. It'll be back before the Drake spawns. Kale in the red side. I'm not sure exactly what she's doing. She obviously can't show on the top wave without flash. Her ult will be back at this point. But again, if she shows without flash, we're just going to see the rocket belt coming out from Zeus, followed by the slicing maelstrom, followed by the one-shot. See you later, lady. See the Viego on the bot side, so we're going to pressure top tower here. Same deal. Every time she goes for a CS, she's going to get taken. What the hell is that damage? She has built MR first. That was QW auto attack, and it just full one-shot her. He's going to force out the ult here. W finishes it. He doesn't have to ult in the first place. And that's what I mean. This Kale is full MR, but it just doesn't matter. It just does not matter. This TP is coming out from Hui. We do have to be careful, but I think if Zeus is feeling cocky, he might try to fight that. That was a really good QW from Hui. Nice attempt. We have an off flash. I think Zeus fucking wants this fight. Look at him. He's ready to scrap. I think this guy's just dead. E-flash W, man. See you later. Lands the Q. Every single time he throws an ability, he just lands it, this guy. I mean, if you could play Kennen like this, it would be the funnest thing in the game. It would be completely disgusting. Obviously, it's not very fun to play against. Like, this Kale, I can't pretend like this Kale's having a good time this game. She just probably wants to uninstall, honestly. I would. Now, we are respecting the fact, I think this is an Ashe here. She's ghosting towards the Fed Kennen with ult and Hextech Rocket Belt. She misses the ult. Braum is here as well. We can just 1v2 this. We have W available. We get exhausted. The Slicing Maelstrom is just enough to take out the Ashe, and the Braum is left, but the passive does not proc. Zeus with the clean 1v2 outplay has to use Flash, has to use Rocket Belt, has to use ult. But it's just the desperation coming out of the red side team. It's so evident. If you look on the rest of the map, they're trying to make a play on this 8-0 Kennen up top, but they're losing bot tier 2. They're losing mid tier 3. Rabadon's death cap is available, and they lose the double kill on the top lane. This game is completely over, and it is a full-on top diff. He's impacted the map exactly once. Well, no, he's obviously more than that, but he's actually roamed from top exactly once, and it was enough to just completely ruin the game for everyone. And now he's so fed that he's drawing so much pressure that the rest of the team, the enemy team, feels like they need to come and deal with the threat generated by this split-pushing lightning rat monster. But they just can't. If they try in a 1v2, he's just going to one-shot them. He was half HP at that 1v2. Had a blue buff, to be fair. Had a red buff, had everything. But he's just so fed. He didn't even have death cap. This Kale is trying to go on the flank. We saw the Ashe Braum kill the Rengar. I think he feels comfortable split-pushing here. Gonna shove this way. We see Viego walking towards the top side of the jungle, and instantly he's on the hunt. But he knows it's not just a 1v1 here. And the Viego is kind of fed. I think because he's so squishy, he does have to respect the potency that Viego brings when he has the Bork, when he has 6 kills. Ashol is probably available soon-ish. Level 8 Rakan on our team. But I don't think it matters what the hell our team is doing in this game. Controller goes down. We find the Viego. Missed the Q for the first time in the game. Ult goes out. Slicing Maelstrom comes down. The E is there. The Braum misses the Q. The Kale ult is here, though. And I think we're going to go down. Give over a 700 gold shutdown. The FF comes out immediately. Welcome to these Korean teams. Teammates just see this guy inting is like, oh my god, GG, FF, top diff, Lightning Rat can't play the game, keeps feeding to the, fucking Viego goes 8-0, 8-1, 700 gold shutdown, GG's, can't win. I've heard a lot of people talk about how FF heavy the Korean server is. I'm going to skip until he's alive here because I have the pleasure of doing that. I can do this here. I mean, Kale's just dead, it looks like. I heard Midbeast talk about apparently the Korean server, everyone just insta-FFs if you ever give a shutdown to a pro player. I heard a story about one time Ruler, was playing in the same lobby as Mr. Midbeast, and he gets to 700. He's like 1-4. He gets to 700 shutdown, and then just comfortably carries the game. Just shows you how good these pro players are, and compared to even solo queue monsters. Xiao Chaiming aside, obviously, because we did watch him completely demolish JDG's Flandre. Blue side jungle is officially the territory of the rat. It is a Chemtech soul, and he's just Spidey sense exactly where Hui is. I think Hui was forced to flash. I'm not 100%. Zeus says cute. Doesn't ping it, so I doubt it. 1 and 6 on the Kale. The Baron is up and available. Now it's all about the setup. Now, this is not a pro game. So there's not going to be as many TP flank opportunities. Not going to be, his support's not going to be on the same wavelength. Whoa. EW coming out from Hui. Very aggressive looking play there. That was well done. So Zeus wants to start the Baron here. I think it's a really good idea. And the reason for that is because enemy team just can't walk into them. But the rest of the team doesn't seem to be on the same wavelength. Rengar probably feeling a little bit of pressure this game because he is 2 and 6. He's getting completely jungle gapped. So I don't think he wants to flip anything. Probably just wants to play consistently, play around Zeus, play around team fighting. EW shoves this wave instantly. Look at that. With the Shadow Flame, it was one of the most satisfying wave clears in the game is Kennen EW. Alright, so now what we have to do, we have R and Flash available. We're trying to hit level 16 before the next team fight. We're going to try and fight for this Drake. It is the Chemtech Soul up and available for the enemy team. And we're just going to try and get on top of this Ashe. The Ashe and the Viego are targets number 1 and number 2. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Zeus wait a little bit. The reason for that is because he wants Braum to use all his shit. Oh, wait, actually, never mind. We're just TPing in. We have R-Flash available. The Rakan, the quickness comes through. Hui is gotten one shot with. I don't know what I'm saying, but see you later, Viego, as well. It's just too hard to commentate these things. He's just one-shotting them too fast, you know what I mean? It's completely insane what he's done here. Alright, gonna shove the wave in, finish this game off. What happened there is it's just a bit of an overstep from enemy team. Zeus instantly TPs, doesn't even try to flank TP. Something, again, this Kale's just one shot. He just gets hit by the Q, WE. Like, it's too quick, man. I'm trying to say Kennen Q, but by the time I say Kennen Q, this Kale's just already in the ground. And the game is over. 22 minutes, complete fiesta shit stomp by Zeus. Thank you for watching this, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're as baffled as I am. I completely lost my mind there. It's impossible to watch this man play. He's too good. Instantly gets out of the game. That's the Alt F4 technology. I wonder if he gives the honor. He's saying, carry, give me all the fame. And he deserves it that game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. That was good fun. Yeah, bye.